Hi everyone, in today's video I'm sharing part 2 of our basement makeover. So far I ripped out the carpet and painted the concrete floors, and then I also painted our walls. And so this next step that I'm sharing in today's video is me painting the trim in our basement. So we painted the walls a dark blue, and we wanted to have the trim just really contrast against the walls. So we went with a white. Eventually, we'd like to paint all of the trim in our home white, but I figured that we would just start in the basement so that I can kind of figure out the process. And so that's what I'm going to share with you today. After I washed and sanded down all of the trim, I got out my primer and I started with 2 coats of primer before putting on any of the paint. So as I mentioned earlier, this is part 2 of our basement makeover, and we have some big plans that we want to do down here as far as decorating and just using the space better. So when we moved from Florida to Nebraska, this was our first time ever having a basement. We never had a basement in Florida. And so we really didn't know what to do with the space, and it's basically been a catch-all and just kind of a storage room. We've used it for movies and we've used it for our desk space areas, but we've never really just like known exactly what we wanted to do with it, and it's always been really outdated. So we're really excited about this makeover. It's definitely going to be a good space that we are going to be really excited to use, and I can't wait to share more of that with you. For the paint, I just went with an eggshell basic white from Lowe's that you can just get off of the shelf. You don't even have to get it mixed, just to keep it really simple and inexpensive. I wasn't sure if I was going to have to do 2 or 3 coats, and I ended up having to do 3 just so that it would get a really good coverage. So at this point, everything has one coat of paint on, and it's looking pretty good. That door, we're in a bathroom and the door is not closed, but you can get an idea. So everything has one coat of paint, and I am going to call it quits for now, and then this evening after the kids go to bed is probably when I'll put on a second coat and we'll see what that looks like. But you can definitely tell that there, you can still see the wood grain through it, and you can see paint brush marks. So it definitely is going to need a second coat, possibly a third. I'm thinking most likely a third. So that's where we're at. So I was laying out all of the trim around the room. You can kind of see I'm just laying it up against the wall so that I know where it goes, and then I will nail it all in. But then I had this one little piece right back here by the door, and I was like, where could that be? So I looked in my laundry room, and there it is underneath of some stuff that I just kind of accumulated there. There's this teeny tiny little piece of trim piece. So I'm gonna have to get out my primer and put 2 coats of primer on, and then 3 coats of paint. But it'll be worth it, and then I'll have all of the trim done and ready to nail in. Well, everyone, here is the before, so you can get a good look of what it was, and here is the after. We are so happy with the outcome, and we love just the look of the blue wall with the white trim. It definitely took me a lot longer than I thought it would. I really thought in my mind I could get this done in 2 days, which now thinking back, I'm like, why did I think I could get it done so quickly? But it took me about 2 weeks, just 45 minutes here and there working on it, and we're really happy with how it turned out. The next step in the process is getting the light fixture changed and figuring out window treatments, and that's when I will paint the trim to the window as well. But for now, I am really just enjoying this and giving myself a little break. In the next video, I'll be doing a cleaning video because I know a lot of you enjoy those types of videos. But then there will be a part 3 coming to the basement makeover, and you'll see what we are up to in the basement. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.